Apple's first foldable iPhone could finally be here, and this might be the most ambitious iPhone the company has ever made. But there is already one big problem. Apple may be preparing a phone that looks incredibly futuristic, yet it could also arrive with compromises that make its huge price much harder to justify. So here is everything the latest leaks and rumors are saying about the iPhone Ultra. Let's start with the colors, because Apple could be keeping things surprisingly simple. The latest leak points to just two color options. One is a clean silver finish that looks similar to the silver used on Apple's MacBook Pro, Mac Mini, and Mac Studio. The second option is expected to be a very dark blue, similar to the midnight finish Apple has used on the MacBook Air. So instead of giving buyers a huge selection, Apple could launch the iPhone Ultra in silver and a deep blue. The iPhone Ultra is rumored to be incredibly thin. When completely unfolded, it could measure around 4.5 millimeters at its thinnest point. Fold it shut, and the thickness could land somewhere between 9 and 9.5 millimeters. That is impressive for a foldable phone, especially when you consider everything that has to fit inside. Magnets, two display sections, batteries, cameras, the hinge, and all the other hardware still needs space. Even at around 9.5 millimeters when closed, it would not be dramatically thicker than the upcoming iPhone 18 Pro Max, which is rumored to be around 8.9 millimeters. If Apple really manages this, the Ultra could feel much less bulky than many current foldable phones. But Apple has another major challenge to solve: the crease. Foldable displays have improved a lot, but that annoying line across the middle is still one of the easiest ways to tell that you are using a foldable. Apple reportedly wants to avoid that problem almost completely. Leaks suggest the company may have developed a display and hinge system where the crease is extremely difficult to notice, even when light hits the screen. There have also been rumors of a special titanium style or liquid metal hinge design. When folded, the phone is expected to have an outer display around 5.3 to 5.5 inches. That would make it feel much closer to a normal smartphone instead of forcing you to open the phone every time you want to do something. Open it up, and the main display could jump to around 7.6 or 7.8 inches. That gives you a tablet-like screen without carrying a separate tablet. The basic idea is simple. Use the outer screen for quick tasks, then unfold the phone when you want a much bigger display for videos, gaming, multitasking, or work. There is another major change inside the iPhone Ultra, and it could disappoint some long-time iPhone users. Face ID may be gone. Instead, Apple is rumored to bring Touch ID back for this device. The fingerprint sensor could be built into the side power button, similar to what Apple already uses on some iPad models. For a foldable, this actually makes sense because you could unlock the phone from either position without needing a large Face ID system. Still, removing Face ID from Apple's most expensive iPhone would be a strange decision, especially after years of Apple pushing Face ID as the future of biometric security. Battery life could be much more important than the design. The iPhone Ultra is rumored to use two battery cells, one on each side of the folding body, with a combined capacity of around 4,883 mAh. That is roughly 4,900 milliamperes, which would be a strong number for an iPhone. But the battery capacity alone is not the interesting part. Apple is also expected to use its next generation A20 or A20 Pro chip built on a 2-nanometer processor. Rumors suggest performance could increase by roughly 15 to 30% compared with the A19 generation, while efficiency improvements could also help battery life significantly. The phone could also use 12 GB of RAM, which would make sense for a device expected to handle a large foldable display and heavy multitasking. Apple is also reportedly working on its own C2 or C2X modem. Like Apple's newer C-series modem technology, the goal would be better control over power efficiency and performance instead of relying entirely on a third-party modem. Put all of this together, and the iPhone Ultra could have one of the strongest battery setups Apple has ever offered. But now we reach one of the biggest disappointments: the cameras. Despite the Ultra name, Apple may not give this phone a complete flagship camera system. The rumored setup includes two front-facing cameras, one for the outer display and another for the inner display. On the rear, there could be two 48-megapixel cameras, one wide and one ultra-wide. And that means no telephoto camera. That is a strange choice for a phone that could cost more than $2,000. The launch timing is also unusual. Apple is expected to introduce the iPhone Ultra at its September event, potentially on September 8th or September 9th, 2026. However, the actual release could be delayed by several weeks or even around a month. And finally, the price could be the biggest problem of all. Earlier reports suggested a starting price somewhere around $1,800 to $2,000, but newer rumors point to much higher, potentially between $2,000 and $2,500 depending on storage and configuration. Would you pay that much for it? Let me know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe for more Apple news, leaks, and updates. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.